Hey everyone, weekly wrap up. We're moving into October for the week of October 2nd. Just wanted to give a quick overview of some things we covered last week, review over the quiz, and look at the syllabus for a couple things we have coming up down the line here in a couple weeks. So first, let's go to the quiz and talk about that. Overall, guys, the quiz grades I was very happy with overall. There were a couple questions that were missed by the majority of the class, so I'm going to go and review over those right now. And one, I believe I'm going to go back and give points across the board for. The first one that I want to review over is this kind of short answer question. This was missed by the majority of the class, so I want to make sure that we review over it. But we talked about 6 dimensions or designs of departmental organization structures that we can pick up on and notice throughout an organization. And I got a lot of varying different answers across the board. There was no one consistent theme. But the correct answer for this one is we can divide those departmental organization structures by their process. We can divide them by their department functions, by their time, so in shifts. We can divide them by service area, product lines, or even our customer or patient demographics. So go back and make sure if you missed that question that you review that point of the lecture to just bring yourself up to speed. And review that particular section. Now the other question, I don't have it up here, but I'll go over it quickly. The other question that was missed was another short answer one, and the question was phrased in such a manner, it said, this is the management function of grouping related organizational activities and resources to best achieve your organization's mission. Again, I think I got departmentalization a lot for this answer, but the correct answer here is going to be organizing. And we know we can pick up on that one simply because the question talks about being related to organizational activities and how we can best achieve our organization's mission. So how do we kind of group things together? And that would be the organizing function. Now this one was pretty heavily missed by the majority of the class, so I think we'll go back and give credit on this one across the board to everyone, regardless if you missed it or not. So be on the lookout for that change in your grade book overall. With the discussion post, the survival guide for leaders, guys, I really enjoyed your feedback, and I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed the article and got so much from it. I personally think it's a great article, and I really enjoyed just, reading your feedback, reading your perspective, just kind of what you thought overall and how you were going to take that article with you in your future careers. Now let's look down at the course outline for the rest of the semester. We'll pick up on a couple things that we have coming due within the next couple weeks. So let's scroll down to the week 6. So we're starting into week 6. We're 5 weeks in, 10 to go, 9 after this week. So this week we're going to be talking about topic 11 and 12. This is going to be committees and teams and human resources management and staffing. So this is going to deal with chapters 15 and 17 in your textbook. Now I know on the course schedule it says case scenarios are distributed today, but I made an announcement on the news feed, and I think I might have said this in other weekly wrap-ups. I actually distributed these on the first day of class, and I have the video recording to kind of give you the instructions on where to go to find that and what you are to do with that. The other assignment, so you only have one assignment due this week. That's your class discussion number 2, and we'll go back to the case scenarios here in just a second. But that class discussion number 2 is due Sunday, October 8th at 11:59 p.m. Please make sure that you're reading the criteria when you go to respond. I had a couple that only responded to one student post this week, and unfortunately that caused a little bit of deduction in points. Please make sure that you are responding to at least 2 students. I want to encourage you to respond to more, but at minimum at least 2. Now, before we get off the course schedule and go over to case scenarios, I want to make sure that you see next week, week of October 9th, week 7, you need to be working, or you should be already if you haven't, working on your leadership review paper. That is going to be due Sunday, October 15th at 11:59 p.m. And then the next week, week 8, we'll have our midterm examination. So we won't have any assignments due, no readings due aside from your midterms, and all of your quizzes are available for you to go in and review to help you study. Now you can access those by logging back into the lockdown browser. Log in just like you do when you go to take your quiz, navigate over to evaluation, click on assessments, and then you should see a field to click on for attempt 1 for the respective quiz that you want to review. Now, if you have any trouble with that, please make sure to let me know so that we can troubleshoot it quickly, because I want you to be able to review those for your upcoming midterm. Now, your case scenario, let's go over to groups. Now my view is going to look a little different than yours, but under groups you should have a little banner called case scenario group. Now everybody has been grouped in groups of 5. Some of you have just groups of, or one of you has just a group of 4. But your case scenarios are assigned. You will see them in your title. Your case scenario will be, for this particular group, back to school case study. The criteria is listed here, and it is 10% of your final grade, so please make sure you're reading this. Now, guys, this is a straight copy and paste from the syllabus. Just wanted to make sure that you had a quick glance at the criteria. You can also find this information under content, and as with all of our other assignments, under the assignment module, if you click on case scenarios, you'll see 2 submodules. There's the same information again. This is the same information from the syllabus as we just saw. But if you'll scroll down, there's instructions. So there is an instructional video on how or what the expectations for the case scenario are, and the grading rubric for your case scenario presentations. And then you should have your case scenario available to you in the second module. Now let's look back again. Before I move on, if you have any questions, please make sure to let me know. Those case scenarios will be due the week 10, week of October 30th, so coming towards the end of the month. So, I recommend just starting to work with your group on those and start trying to pull something together. Now, if we go back and look at our leadership review paper, we'll just navigate over to discussion board and Harvard Business Review articles. The first one that you'll see is the leadership review paper, total of 10%. Again, this is a copy and paste straight from your syllabus, but it gives you the information and the criteria that I'm looking for. 3-page leadership paper about leadership aspects of the article. So we're taking things that we've talked about in the discussion board from the articles, and putting that in a narrative format. So you have 2 instruction videos. Hopefully you've already viewed this one on discussion boards and what the expectations are, but I want to encourage you to go and review this leadership review paper instructional video module. That's going to give you a little bit more insight into what the expectations for the assignments are. And then the associated grading rubric here. Now those assignments are choose one of these articles, Becoming the Boss, Survival Guide for Leaders, or one that we have coming up called What to Ask the Person in the Mirror. But make sure to go review the instructions for this particular assignment, and just be aware that it is going to be due next Sunday, October 15th at 11:59 p.m. So you may want to go ahead and look at it and start drafting something out and getting that ready for submission, even though it's not due for about another 2 weeks. Other than that, guys, really pleased with your performance this week. Really great interaction on the discussion board. Really looking forward to what you guys say and what you have to say about our class discussion this week. I know this was a lengthy weekly update, but we had a lot of things and a lot of information to cover. Again, be looking for those changes on your assessment, your quiz 3. I'll try to go in and make those changes today. The other thing, one last thing before I sign off here, make sure to take note of this particular post on our news feed. Our department is conducting a survey on our social media campaign. It's a quick, short little, couple question survey. If you would take a second to click on this link and complete the survey, we would greatly appreciate your feedback. And guys, if you have any questions, you are free to call, email, stop by if you're local, and I'll be happy to chat with you and help you in any way that I can. Everyone, have a great week.